feel like to wake up every single morning to the realization that the life you are living right now is the one you once only dreamed of? Imagine you open your eyes in the morning, you're in your dream home, living in your dream location, lying next to your dream partner. How good would it feel to finally have what most spend their entire life seeking and never obtaining? A true sense of freedom. Freedom to travel the world, create new experiences, and finally go after something that lights your soul on fire. And if you're already sitting there, watching this video, having a hard time imagining any of this, or you're noticing yourself thinking, yeah, right, this is too good to be true, I call BS, then that right there may be the very thing that is preventing you from experiencing any of this. And that's exactly what I'm here to help you with. For most people, what I just described remains nothing more than a fantasy, a wished for, hoped for future that never happens. So why is it that some are able to experience massive success with seemingly no effort at all, while most waste away their days, getting up earlier and working later but never seem to get ahead? Why is it that some are able to travel the world, build successful businesses, and still have time for the people they love most, while most continue to sacrifice everything just to climb some invisible corporate ladder until they finally get permission to retire at 65? Well, you may be thinking that it's because these rare few were just born lucky, or maybe they won the lottery, or they're definitely doing something illegal. Well, I'm sure some are, but the truth is, there are far more examples of those just like you and I, who are tapping into ancient universal principles and manifesting their dream lives. And by the end of this 5-day challenge, you'll not only know what it is that they're actually doing and why most manifesting and law of attraction books and tools don't actually work, but you'll have the opportunity to be a part of the select group as well. And people of all walks of life are tapping into this, like moms, teachers, students, entrepreneurs, high-level executives, and even actresses. And now it's your turn. Hi, I'm Catherine Zinkina, #1 best-selling author, host of the top-rated podcast Manifestation Babe, and creator of the Manifestation Babe Academy. I help ambitious women just like you tap into their full potential so that they can manifest their wildest dreams into reality. I am so excited to have you be a part of this special 5-day Manifestation Mastery Challenge. Over these 5 days, I'm going to help you discover exactly what's been preventing you from having what you want so that you can finally experience more success, more freedom, and most importantly, more joy in your life, just like I've been able to do in my own life. In less than 4 years, I went from living with my grandma to running a multi-million-dollar business that allows me to travel all over the world, attracting and marrying my soulmate, and manifesting countless opportunities into my life that I would have never imagined growing up as a poor immigrant kid from Russia. Now, the fact that you're committed to investing in yourself over these next 5 days means that you're someone who is meant for more. And you already know that, deep inside, there must be a better way of achieving your desires. So, which of these sound the most familiar to you? You're tired. Tired of working so hard and you know burnout is inevitable. And waiting until you retire before you can live your dream life just seems far too long to wait. Or maybe you're laying in bed at night asking yourself, is this really it? Is this as good as it's ever gonna get? Or you're the type of person who has read all the manifesting books, you've set all the intentions, focus on your desires, but they just ain't coming. And you're beginning to wonder if the universe is even listening at all, or worse, if this is all just a bunch of nonsense. Well, if any of those resonate with you, even just a little bit, then you're in the right place. Starting today, you can finally drop the hustle, the struggle, and the grind to get there, because that is not what manifesting is about. I'm going to show you how you can attract everything you've ever wanted into your life by using the power of manifestation and the law of attraction. because we really don't have time to wait for life to go by until we finally earn permission to start living the life we want to live. We can learn to manifest it, and we can manifest it now. That's why over the next 5 days in this challenge, we'll be going over the 5 missing keys that will show you how to reclaim your worth, reignite your life's vision, and become the master of manifesting your best life. What if I told you that everything you ever wanted is already here? You just need to know how to receive it by aligning your energy and your mindset with it. And that can happen a lot faster than you think if you're open to it. If you've ever felt like there's something holding you back, keeping you playing small, and you're constantly hesitating on your big ideas or self-sabotaging all of your efforts or even lacking clarity on what to do to achieve your goals, then you'll definitely want to stick around and pay extra close attention to this challenge that I created for you. If you are sitting here watching this video, that means you're a driven, ambitious, and hardworking person. Lazy is not the name of your game. Chances are you're someone who's already gone through your fair share of different life improvement programs, motivational seminars, and maybe you even hired a coach to help you personally. Except nothing's really worked for you. Maybe a little at first, but nothing has lasted. I know that taking action is not a problem for you, but you're probably ignoring the most important tool that you have in your personal toolkit for achieving your desires: your mind. More specifically, your subconscious mind, the part of your mind that's responsible for creating 95% of your reality. Most of us have beliefs embedded deep inside of our subconscious mind that keeps us believing that life can't be as easy as just attracting and manifesting our desires to us. It seems impossible to think that simply by focusing our energy on something like $1,000 with our thoughts will make it appear in our lives. But just because you don't believe it or it seems impossible does not mean it's not already happening all the time. Only in most people's cases, they focus on the lack of the $1,000 that manifests more of that very same lack. That's why they have a hard time believing in manifestation, not because it doesn't work, but because they use it to work against them by constantly focusing on what they don't want. And so all they do is attract more of what they don't want. In the famous double-slit experiment first done in 1808, quantum physicists proved a fascinating theory that is now called the observer effect. I'll spare you the details of the experiment and just share with you what the findings were. The physicists discovered in this mind-blowing experiment that at the quantum level, aka the energetic level, subatomic particles could act in 2 different ways, like a wave or like a particle, depending on whether or not there was an observer watching the experiment. If there was an observer present, the particles would behave like matter. And if there wasn't an observer present, they would behave like waves or energy. The observer was influencing the behavior of the particles. The observer was influencing the formation of matter. What? See, in your life, the observer is you, and your life is the matter that you are influencing on a moment-by-moment basis. You can totally use your mind to impact physical matter because you are not only the observer of your life, you are the creator of your life. Wouldn't it be super important to learn the right way to manifest? How different and much easier would your life be if you got your mind to do all of the heavy lifting for you? And as I share my story here, make sure to pay extra attention to how I apply these principles to my life, because my story can very quickly become your story. Even though my life is amazing today, it certainly didn't start out that way. Growing up as a US immigrant from Russia, I found myself living into the ideals and expectations of my family. Their idea of the American dream was to have their daughter become a successful doctor. You see, I made the mistake of thinking that doing what my parents wanted would somehow make me happy. 4 years into college, prepping for medical school, I was ready to drop out. I hated school, I hated studying, I hated my life. Despite all of this, I couldn't bring myself to actually drop out. What would people think of me? What would my mother say? What would I do instead? It wasn't until I hit the lowest of lows, forced myself to graduate anyway, and resentfully apply for medical school, was when I was finally forced to answer the toughest question I have ever asked myself. Catherine, who are you living for? The answer hit me like a punch in the gut. I was living my life for everyone else. I was pursuing a career I didn't want. I was in a relationship I didn't want to be in, and I was even living in a place I didn't want to be living. Who was I living for? Everyone else but me. And what kind of life is that? That realization became the catalyst that changed everything. I threw away my med school applications, broke up with my boyfriend of 6 years, and with less than $100 in my bank account, I moved to LA to live with my grandma. It was there in the midst of my quarter life crisis that I rediscovered the power of manifestation and used it to manifest everything I have in my life today. It was there at my grandma's house where I whipped out my journal, wrote down in detail exactly what I wanted my life to look like, and used that vision to fuel my daily visualization practice. I would see and feel what it would be like to already live that kind of reality. I would constantly repeat to myself, my success is inevitable and I'm always on the right path. I chose to fully believe that everything I had envisioned for myself is not only a possibility, but it is already on its way to me. And lo and behold, within just 2 years, by following my intuition and taking the necessary inspired action, I attracted everything that was in that journal to the T. And the best part about all of this, it didn't just work for me. I've helped thousands of my students let go of the old, archaic, outdated belief systems and step into who they truly are at their core, infinite creators of their very own realities. And very soon, you'll learn how to do it too. Incredible things have happened for my students in a very short amount of time, like manifesting a pregnancy after trying to conceive over 3 years, tripling business revenue to $50,000 per month after being stuck at a plateau for over 2 years, overcoming autoimmune disease, dream homes finally purchased, out of the blue refund checks, bonuses and raises, and even going from unknown actress to a starring role in a Netflix show. Now, I know you're dying to get started. I am too. Over the next 5 days, we're going to come together via this live challenge so that I can give you the 5 missing keys that you need in order to unlock your super manifesting powers. And by the time you complete this challenge, you will have the tools, the confidence, and the belief in yourself to be able to create anything. The challenge is hosted on my Instagram, which you can start by following me right now at @manifestationbabe. And at 10 a.m. Pacific time each day, we will come together inside of an Instagram live stream where I will be hosting the challenge. If you miss the live on any day, it's no worries at all. Just make sure that you watch the replay that will be sent to your email inbox shortly after the live stream has finished in order to be eligible for the daily prizes. So during the challenge, you will be using a secret hashtag that I will reveal on day 1 to make a post sharing your biggest breakthrough or aha moment. This post will make you eligible for that day's prize. Winners of each day's prize will be announced on the following day during the live stream. So make sure you tune in and see if you won. And if you haven't yet already, make sure that your profile is set on public this week so that I can see what you're posting and include you in on the daily prizes. And at the end of the 5 days, I will be giving away one final grand prize worth $500, and instructions for how to win that prize will be shared on day 5 of the challenge. So again, make sure you're always listening carefully, and if you ever miss the live stream, it's imperative you catch the recording as soon as you can. Now that we have covered everything you need to know, it's time for your first assignment. Write down an intention that you are setting for the week ahead. It can be something that you are letting go of, something that you want to bring into your life, or even a habit that you are dedicated to changing or letting go of this week. Be specific so that the universe can get behind and help you manifest that intention. Once you're done, take a picture of your intention as your declaration for the week ahead and tag me at Manifestation Babe so that me and the MB community can see it and support you. All right, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this welcome video and I will see you in the challenge this week. I am so excited to get this manifestation party started. Have a great rest of your day and I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Mwah. Bye.